Welcome to room 1208. It's your girl Mona Lisa. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you guys missed me last week as much as I missed y'all. So last week I didn't record because I needed to take a little mental vacation. Both G and I were like kind of feeling a little stressed out and a little burnt out. So we just booked the last impromptu vacation to Florida. That's my happy place. Anybody knows me knows that I love, love, love Florida. Um, I might move out there, or I might be saying goodbye and move into Florida. It's still up in the air, but I just love Florida, and it was a much needed little vacation. We was only there for 4 days, but it just gave us a chance to just reset, and I feel better. Um, he seems to be feeling a little bit better, but sometimes you need a reset, and we both needed it. I know I needed it, and I just wanted to get into some water. We don't live far from a beach, but it's cold over here. And then at Florida, oh my God, the beach was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Only got a chance to go one day because we had met up with some friends that live in Florida, and we spent a couple of days with them. But I just love Florida. I love it. I love Orlando, Kissimmee, the Daytona Beach. I just love it. You drive up on the beach, park your car, set up right there where your car is. You don't got to be walking in all that sand. I just love it. I just love it. And I know that there's, these well-traveled people out here that travels to Dubai and all of that other stuff. But if you just need a nice little escape to somewhere that's, not in your neighborhood, Florida. Now, getting to how we got to Florida, let me tell y'all. Listen. So it was just a spirit of moment trip. We booked the night before we left, and the airlines, they get you with the prices when you're trying to book a trip, whether you on Expedia, Priceline, any of those travel velocity or travel, any of those travel booking agents apps that try to get you lower prices. They do get you lower prices other than if you was to go directly through the airline itself. I prefer to travel American or Delta. But because it was spirit of moment, American Airline for a round trip ticket was $600 and something dollars plus just to go to Florida. So we took Soul Plane, aka Frontier. So anybody knows that Frontier and Spirit is like riding on Soul Plane. And first of all, we were supposed to, our flight was at 3:05. We didn't get on the plane. No, our flight was at 3:05. Supposed to depart at 3:05. Board at 2:46. We didn't get on the plane till after 4 o'clock. We didn't leave the runway until almost 5 o'clock. We should have been in Florida by the time we took off from PHL. But PHL airport, first of all, let me just say this real quick. So, when I was in the midst of setting up this podcast, right, I had everything prepared because I like to have everything in order, decent and in order. So I had everything prepared. I had my episodes and everything listed, my guests. I already had got all of that stuff lined up, all the people that I was going to have on here, what I was going to talk about, how long I was going to do it. Everything is written out. Got my book. Everything is in place. And I'm going to keep that. But I've been finding the last few weeks that I've been doing this that I've been talking about the things that happened to me the week before. Because it's just so much just happens that needs to be discussed. Now, the last time I met with you guys, I was talking about, when I was by myself, I was talking about how when you go to the mall and you can't even use the freaking coupons that they give you because they got the Wi-Fi on lock where it just interrupts your phone and getting good reception in the malls where you can't pull up your apps. So I found a way to just snap a picture of my coupons, and I know probably y'all already been doing that, but I'm slow to the game. So I'm going to snap the coupon picture so I can pull that up, because that's not going to delay me pulling up the coupon rather than trying to go onto the app or the store's website or my email. So getting back to PHL. So this is why I'm talking about this, because I'm going to just, wherever the spirit leads me to talk about the things that happened to me, because I'm sure that it probably happened to somebody else, or somebody else has experienced it. So we're at the airport. It's getting close to the time we're supposed to board, so I'm like, all right, let me run to the bathroom. There's about 8 sinks going across the line. No soap in none of them. No soap. Paper towels. The hand ear thing is not working, but they want to charge $600 for a round trip flight to Florida. Like, this is ridiculous. This doesn't make any sense, and something needs to be done. Then I see why. So I did address that with somebody I saw sweeping the floor. I asked him, do he clean the bathrooms? So he's like, yeah, is it a problem? I said, yeah, there's no soap in the ladies' bathroom. So he was like, oh, I'll make a call. So hopefully within the next 30 minutes that, they put some soap into the bathrooms. But if you're spending all of this money to travel, you want to at least be able to wash your hands with some soap. It might not mean something to somebody else. You might feel like you want to just go in the bathroom and just run your hands under some water. No, I want to use soap, because the airport is thousands of people going through the airports a day, and you touching stuff, and I don't want to catch nothing. So back to Frontier, aka Soul Plane. I see why people fighting on these flights. I see why people's temperaments are a little short. Because it starts with the people at the front counter. The girl who was checking people in, she sounded like she worked at Popeyes. Yes. She was ghetto. So when you know that they're about to start boarding, so you kind of stand in line so that you can get on a plane or whatever, as they call their zone. So we were in zone 1, so that means that we're going to get on first. She's screaming and hollering from behind the desk, y'all need to move over. It's people getting off the plane. How they supposed to get off the plane if y'all standing in the way? Y'all gotta move over so they could get off. And I'm just looking like, I see why people get on this plane and they a little testy, because it starts with that experience. The next time you fly out, just compare as you're walking. Just listen to the tone of these airlines, and this is where it starts, and it needs to be addressed. And I'm the person that's going to do it, because I have already addressed the issue with the Wi-Fi. Yes, I did call the FCC, because that's what I do. I'm going to consider myself a resolution consultant. So if you ever need anybody, call me, because I'm a jack of all trades. I told y'all that from the beginning. I'm a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker, so I'm going to get it done. So yeah, they're just the experience is horrible. The flight wasn't bad once we got on the plane. Coming back, the seat, we was a little further back. We wasn't like in 33B, but we were my husband is big, 6'4", 300 and something pounds. So he was a little squished, and I was feeling bad. I kept saying, "Babe, you okay?" Looking like I was about to cry because I was feeling bad. And he was looking at me like, "Well, how you sitting so comfortable?" I'm short. I'm only 5'5", 5'6". I like to say 5'6", but people say I'm shorter than that. But so I had a little bit more leg room, but the seats were a little tight. But and then by the time they nickel and dime you for the bags, you got to pay for a carry-on. You got to pay for your luggage. You got to pay for your seat. You might as well fly American or Delta, any of those other airlines that don't charge for that. I do have the American Airline credit card. I don't even know why I didn't use that. because I know that there are little perks with that, and I should have used it, but I didn't. Like I said, we was it was spirit of the moment, and we didn't even think to use that. However, there is a new airline that flies out of Wilmington, Delaware, Avelo, if that's how you pronounce it. I heard good reviews about it. I do know that they charge for the flight, for the seats, and they do charge for the baggage. But I heard the experience is awesome, and then this could be because they're fairly new. But they don't have a lot of flights, but they did just add a lot more cities to their flight. So the next time we fly to Florida, we're gonna actually give them a try because they're actually closer to where we're at. Um, so I wanted to talk about why I haven't really been feeling excited or feeling enthusiastic really about anything. I laugh and joke like the tears of a clown. But I'm I I realized like I haven't been sleeping at night, and I haven't really been excited about doing this podcast. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was excited at first, and when I finally felt like I got my groove and I started to get into the studio and just come out here and talk to y'all and feel more comfortable, then my mom passed. And then it just kind of just set me back emotionally, and I realized that I'm dealing with things that, let me turn this off because it's going to get on my nerves. I'm dealing with things that, I feel like I haven't really, I've cried and all of that. And grief is something. I've dealt with loss, immediate loss in my family. I've lost grandparents, aunts, and uncles. I lost my first husband. With his death, I had small children. So I had to get back on that horse. I had to do things that I didn't do. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't do in my marriage. My husband, he wasn't the best. He was a great father to our 4 kids. When I tell you he was a great father, he was there hands on with our kids. He wasn't, the best husband, but he was a great father, and I'm never going to take that from him. And he did do a lot of things in the house that was taken off of my plate. So when he passed, I had to step up. So I didn't have a chance to actually go through all that emotion and all of that, because I had to, kids still had to get to school. Kids still had to be taken care of and be in a good space. And the closest thing to them after their dad was their mom. So I didn't have a chance to go through all that. With my dad, when my dad passed, a few years after that, I still had my mom. And my siblings and I, we were a lot closer than we are now. But it's like, with my mom being gone, there are times I'm like, oh, let me call my mom, and I keep forgetting that she's not here. And I sit sometimes and I just, I think about my mom, and I think about the last time I saw her. She was in a hospital probably like a month before she passed. And I would take her like frozen grapes and stuff like that, because they had her like on fluid restriction, and she wanted stuff like that was, thirst quenching, and she loved, the frozen grapes. So I would take her the frozen grapes. I would feed her the frozen grapes and stuff like that. And all I keep thinking about is I have so many memories with my mom. So many memories with my mom. I'm the youngest, so um, there were times where I couldn't go places and do things, with my siblings because I was younger. So I was always up under my mom and always up under my dad. So the death of my mom, and just feeling some regret that things that I didn't do when she was here that I could have did, things I could have did a little bit better that I didn't do, is really starting to wrestle with me, and I couldn't put my finger on it. other than the grief of my mom, I'm going, through my health issues. People who know me know that I have heart disease, and it's a up and just an up and down battle with that. Trying to make sure that I'm staying hydrated, but not too hydrated, because when you have heart disease, you're not supposed to be having a salt. And I'm on fluid restriction, and I don't really. I'm always thirsty, but I'm always getting dehydrated all at the same time. But I can't drink, so that's a whole nother battle. But I realized, one day I was laying in the bed and I couldn't sleep, and I'm just tossing and turning, tossing and turning. Every time I close my eyes, I can see my mom laying in the casket. I can see my mom in the hospital. I can see when, the day that my mom passed. I walked out the room, y'all. I was out the room for 5 minutes. Just went to go downstairs to go grab something out the cafeteria. Then I hear cold blue room 10, ER, room 10, and that was my mom's room. And I still can see myself standing at that door trying to get back in, waiting for banging on the door to get back in. And I'm running up the hall, and I see, my family standing out the hall, and I can hear myself. She's saying, "Don't tell me she's gone." And that happened in the middle, like in the midst of like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes at the most. And I just feel like a lot of, I really might need to go talk to somebody, a grief counselor, because it's really starting to bother me. Like I don't really even have the motivation to get up and do anything. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Um, I don't be feeling like getting up to get dressed. I don't be feeling like getting up to go do anything. Um, and I know that that's not healthy. And I have to get up and do things because I have to be productive, and I gotta get them coins. So I wanted to talk about it because I didn't put two and two together, and I know that there's a lot of people who have lost loved ones who don't grieve, and they suppress what it is they're feeling. They don't talk about it to anybody, and they really probably don't even put two and two together. Can't, because I didn't put two and two together. I found myself like I can't sit in the kitchen, at the table in the kitchen, because I find myself just constantly wanting the refrigerator. And I'm an emotional eater. Like some people, when they're going through emotion, they don't eat. Not me. And we're going to talk about that too, with this weight loss journey I'm trying to do. So I say this to say, in the time that we're in right now, there's a lot of discussion about mental health and depression and stuff like that. There's only one episode that we can go through in our life that can trigger something in us mentally that can send us on a downward spiral, and it needs to be addressed. So don't feel ashamed to say that you need to talk to somebody. And I'm not talking about talking to your husband, talking to your girlfriends, your aunties, uncles, whatever. I'm talking about, and if that's somebody you feel like you can confide in, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes, going to go talk to a therapist is good. Even if you're not going through anything, it's just good to talk to somebody, um, to be able to get things off your chest, and I've said this in a few of my other podcast episodes. Listen, therapy is nothing wrong with it, and I'm going to actually, I'm set to see somebody next week because I don't like this feeling. I'm a morning person. I get up, every job that I've had, it has to be, um, I'm going to get there at least at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 the latest, because I'm a morning person. I'm up at 4 in the morning. Now I find myself can't sleep at night. I can't get up in the morning. I'm groggy, and I don't like that. This is why I'm drinking coffee right now. I've kind of put that alcohol and stuff to the side. Um, trying to do this weight loss thing. But so if you know anybody that's going through anything, like, there has been a lot more discussions about people, and people that's going through mental illness. Um, I'm not going to say that I'm mentally ill, but I do know that I'm going through some things, and I have kind of associated with just unresolved, address issues with, the death that happened with my mom and other losses that I've had in my life, and other failures that I've had, not being where I want to be, um, financially and and career wise. I spent thousands of dollars in higher education for myself and for my kids, and I still don't feel like I'm where I want to be, as far as a career. And I just need to you know, get off my chest what I need to get off so that I can move forward. So I encourage everybody who knows somebody that's going through any kind of mental illness. I urge you and I challenge you to, just check in with them, and to, encourage them to stay on top of any kind of therapy that they're having, and for yourself, if you're going through anything, talk to somebody. Talk to somebody, cause it's no joke. It's no joke. And like I said, just like we're all one paycheck from homeless, we're all one situation away from a mental breakdown. So, address it. These, just some of the things that I've been going through the last couple of weeks, and I said that I wanted to talk to you guys about it, because actually coming out here and talking to y'all, it does kind of get a lot of stuff off my chest, and it allows me to feel better. So I hope, y'all hearing from me makes y'all feel better too. And I really do miss my mom. And we had a lot of good times together. I miss my dad too. We, I talk about them both every day, and I almost all day. I'm quoting something, I'm just talking about my mom, talking about my dad, and my other loved ones. So I'm gonna do my best to push forward, carry on my mom's memory, and carry on my mom's legacy. Because my mom has always encouraged us to do our best, and my dad encouraged us to do our best, and to go after what you want. So in the spirit of my mom and my dad, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it with whatever kind of help I need to do to get it to the, to get where I need to get to, so that I can be where I want to be, so that I can, have my parents be proud of me, even though they're not here. I know that they're looking down on me, because I feel their spirit everywhere I go. Um, and another issue that surrounds us, that can play a part in, just our everyday thinking and how we're feeling, and we don't really recognize it, is all the crime, mass shootings, all of that stuff. We may feel like it don't affect us because it didn't happen to us, and um, we weren't like immediately involved in the situation where we're running for our lives. But that stuff, when you constantly hearing that stuff, it do start to play a part in, just your everyday thinking. I don't want to. I watch the news. I don't consume myself with the news, but I watch it because I want to know what's going on. I don't want to walk somewhere and be oblivious to what's going on in a city, or a state somewhere, and there's stuff going on and I don't know about it. So I try to watch the news, at least the first 5 to 10 minutes of the news. Um, so I was sitting, we, at the table this morning having breakfast, and I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta drink coffee throughout the day because, like I said, I haven't been getting no sleep, and I don't wanna. I'm trying to tire myself out so that I can try to get some sleep at night without any kind of sleep aid, the melatonins or Tylenol PMs. I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to tire myself out. So I'm just constantly moving. So this morning we was at the breakfast table and the news was on, and they were talking about the recent mass shooting that happened in Texas at the outlets. And anybody knows me knows that I love to shop. So we were just at the outlets in Florida. So I looked over to G and I said, so we both licensed to carry, and I said to him, I said, if we were in a situation where there was a mass shooter, and you were carrying your gun, and you had the opportunity to take out the shooter, would you do it? And he looked at me, and I guess it was probably like a of course I would. But then I posed the question, okay, but then you taking a risk because with these overzealous police, and then they're scared themselves that they might lose their life. They might think that you're the shooter, and then they shoot you, or thinking that y'all together. So what do you do? I know a lot of people say, "Oh, if it was me, I would do this," or if you never know what you want to do until it actually happens. I know. I don't never say what I would do, cause I've been in a situation where I didn't react the way I should react when that bum was chasing me, and all I did was run, and I had the opportunity to do something to him, but I didn't. I ran. So I never say what I would do because you never know. But that's something to think about. And also, um, when you go into a market, or going to when you in a mall or something like that. And I know people don't think about this, but you should, because of the climate that we're in, where people just angry. They're pissed off about something, pissed off about everything, and just pissed off about nothing. They just pissed off. When you go into places, try to make a habit of finding out where the exit is. Finding out where there's a door where you can run, if anything happens. Like if you're in the supermarket, where's the bathroom at? Where is that? Because you can at least hide in the bathroom, or run into the back of the store. If somebody in the Walmart going postal in the Walmart, or if you're at the mall, find out where the exit is. Don't just be walking around oblivious like, oh, I only got to run to the mall to grab a few things and I'm out. You never know what can happen in a few minutes. And I'm at the point where I'd rather take an escalator than an elevator. I mean, I don't know. I'd just rather be out in the open, because when you're on the elevator, you can't really hear nothing. But when you're on the escalator, you pose the risk of getting shot if somebody's an active shooter, but you also pose the risk of being able to get away too, because you're not enclosed. I'm just basically I'm about to just start doing online shopping. I mean, people say, "Oh, don't let these people put fear in you." Hell, I want to live. I don't know about y'all, but I got a lot to live for. I know right now I'm going through like a little crisis right now, but I know I got a lot to live for, and I ain't trying to die at the hands of nobody. And so y'all just gotta be vigilant, because it's people out here that's just like, they just really, really going through some things mentally, or they just been taught evil, and they don't know how to deal with what's going on with them mentally, what's going on with them emotionally. They just feel like shooting and killing other people, is the way to go. But you know what? They don't never kill themselves. They leave it up to somebody else to bear that guilt, even though you're saving other lives, but you still took, if it's a police officer, you still took a life. And I'm sure that plays on the mental effects of somebody who took a life. And then there's some people who just don't care. They just, I'm gonna take this nigga out. But if you was raised with any kind of morals or anything like that, that's not the way you want to think. So I'm sorry to be rambling on, but there was just a lot of things that I had wanted to address today. Because I don't know, like, I'm trying to, I haven't, anybody who knows me, and I'm going to say this because there's a lot of people out there that know me, and there's a lot of people who don't. But for those who know me, knows that when you see me, I'm always going to have makeup on my face. My hair is going to be done, my nails are going to be done, and I'm going to look presentable. I haven't even been, and for years, I used to go to the hair salon years ago. But I had one experience where I was in a hairdresser for like 6 hours for someone. I came out looking hot. but it shouldn't have took 6 hours, and it deterred me from going back. So I started doing, doing my own hair, and plus I used to do hair before that, so I just started doing my own hair. So, but recently, I just haven't been in the mood to even want to touch my own hair. I don't want to do anything with my hair. I would throw a wig on, a hat on. Um, I just had braids. I just took them out last week. Made me a hairdresser appointment. I just don't want to. I don't want to do anything, and I know that that has a lot to do with what I'm going through. Because deep down inside, I do love to do hair, but I'm just not there. And hopefully, I'll get back to a point where, where I'll start to do hair again. In between doing all the other stuff that I'm doing. But I'm still selling hair. So anybody need any bundles, any wigs, any closures, any of that stuff, look up your girl, Hair Rings and Things, by Lisa, or just send me a message through uh, Instagram, uh, inbox me, Facebook, whatever, TikTok. And I do have a page, Hair Rings and Things by Lisa.com. If you're looking for any hair, girlfriend need any hair, whatever, boyfriend. But that's no shade. But anyway, so I'm just noticing a lot of things that I'm really not doing because I'm kind of in this funk right now, and I know that this too shall pass, and clouds don't hang over one person's house forever. And just keep me encouraged as I will keep you guys encouraged. Pray for me as I pray for all of y'all. Um, but like I said, just just try to stay mentally healthy. Just like you go to the dentist, go to the doctor if something's bothering you, you don't feel well, stomach ache, headache, backache, or whatever, you go to the doctor. Seek mental help. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing to be ashamed of it. Um, I like to talk, so if I need to talk to somebody and nobody's available, I'm gonna call somebody. I could do a telehealth visit. It don't make no difference to me as long as I'm getting it off my chest, and it does help you to feel better. Sometimes you need an outside opinion from somebody, and I'm not a clinical psychologist. I have friends who do, seek advice from me. I try to just give them you know, try to give them the best advice that I can, but I'm not a clinical psychologist. I need to talk to somebody myself. Um, and I am. So, just try to stay on top of your mental health. So today is Sunday. Um, I'm off of my schedule for this podcast because I usually record on Mondays, but I'm gonna drop on Sunday because I got a lot of things going on tomorrow, a few appointments with the hubster and myself, so we gotta do that. So I'm gonna drop Sunday. So with Sunday, big meals. I'm a TikTok watcher. I love recipes on TikTok. So I'm gonna try this new recipe that I saw on TikTok. It's the Tuscan spaghetti. They didn't describe it as Tuscan, but that's what it is. It's the mix of Alfredo sauce and spaghetti sauce with spaghetti and mozzarella cheese and all of that. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that. I'm gonna check it out, see how it is. I told G about it, and he's really like the type of person, he stick with what he know, wings and Alfredo. He don't deviate from that. He might sample a little bit of stuff, but he's not going too far from wings and Alfredo. He stick with what he knows because he knows that he's not going to be disappointed, and that's him. But he always say, I just eat the food, so that's what I'm going to cook, and he going to eat it, or he going to be hungry, or he going to whip himself up some stuff. I tried to do the what is it called when you meal prep. I try to do a little bit of meal prep for us. I made all of these salads, so just grab and go salads for us because I've been battling with this weight. Now I share with y'all about today actually makes 4 weeks. I haven't had any potato chips. Now I did have a lemon drop yesterday, and I did have some champagne, but I haven't had any alcohol before that, because I've been trying to cut out some things that may be attributing to my weight gain, and I know that I'm turning. I turn. Excuse me, y'all. I turned 50 um, in December, and I know that hormones change, perimenopause, and all of that stuff. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm 50. It is what it is. I ain't trying to have no kids. It is what it is. Um, and I know that the hormone changes and all of that stuff. But I stopped eating potato chips. Something that I love. Okay. I stopped the alcohol. I could give up the alcohol. It ain't a big deal for me. But the potato chips, I love. And I stopped eating the potato chips. I stopped with the popcorn. I stopped with the cheese curls, onion rings, and all of that stuff. I haven't had any. And I ain't lose a pound, y'all. I weigh myself every day, and I know that some of the pounds that I see on the scale that's not moving is water weight, because, like I told y'all, I have heart disease and I carry a lot of water retention. And I gotta be careful with the water pills that I take, because the long term effects is they can affect your kidneys, and my kidneys are good, and I want all my other organs to stay in good condition. It's just my heart is not good. So, but I can eat a bag of potato chips and be fine. I don't need a big old meal. I can have a bag of potato chips and be satisfied. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm sacrificing what I love, and I'm not getting the reward. So do I eat what I love that's going to satisfy me in the long run? I know potato chips don't have no nutritional value, but it makes me so happy, y'all. And I miss them. And if I'm not losing no weight, I didn't gain any weight from the potato chips, because I had still maintained the same weight. But it's like, as soon as I turned 50, I don't know what happened. And like I said, I have been nibbling, but I try to keep things in the refrigerator that's kind of healthy. I buy some grapes, throw them in the freezer so I can snack on those. I've been buying a lot of fruit. I've been doing a meal prep with the salads. I can grab a salad. I'm not a big bread eater. I don't eat the biscuits. I don't eat cornbread. I don't eat pancakes and waffles. I don't eat that stuff. Before I even started diet, I don't want anything that syrup has to go on. I'm not a cornbread eater, biscuit eater, none of that stuff. Um, my plate usually consists of just the meat and the vegetables, but I'm still not losing any weight. So should I? We're gonna take a vote. So shoot me a DM or whatever. Should I go ahead back to eat the potato chips and just probably try to cut out something else? Because that might be why I'm so sad, y'all. Because I'm not eating no potato chips. They really bring me joy, you know. And I know they say everything in moderation, but me with potato chips, it's like, I know the slogan for the Pringles is once you pop one, you can't stop. That's me. I know that if I eat potato chips, I won't stop. So with potato chips, I have to quit cold turkey, and I've been doing good. Like I said, today makes four weeks that I haven't had a potato chip, but I miss them, and I want to have a potato chip. So I might try to sacrifice something else, and I'm going, I might go back to eating some potato chips. See how I feel. Um, or if it just satisfied the craving that I'm having, and then maybe I'll go back, or maybe I could do a cheat day. But I'm still gonna lay off the liquor for now. Um, I was in a I'm not an alcoholic. I might have a social drink or something like that, but I know that it's full of sugar, and it's high in calories. So I figured I could eliminate that, because it doesn't make me any difference whether I have it or not. So I said I can eliminate that, but the potato chips. So what you guys got going on this week? Like I said, I have a couple appointments this week. Eye appointment, My husband's having oral surgery. Actually tomorrow. We both have eye appointments later on this week. I have a going to the heart doctor on Wednesday. Um, they're going to see if I made any progress. I was in cardiac rehabilitation for 3 months. I was in cardiac rehabilitation trying to have the muscles in my heart. So they want to see if that has improved. I had to do a stress test, so I'm asking that you keep me in prayer. Um, if it didn't help, I'll be getting a transplant. So I'm just asking that you guys keep me encouraged, keep me in your prayers, keep both of us in your prayers, just like we pray for you guys every night, every day. We pray for everybody. Um, so I'm just then what else we got going on? Our 1 year anniversary is coming up on June the 10th. We're looking to do a little trip for that. Then his birthday's in July. We're looking to do a little trip for there. Hopefully a cruise. Like I told y'all before, we gotta do better with planning these little vacations, cause we're just like, oh, let's just go somewhere, and we just spare the moment, and you know, I mean, people, somebody might say, well, if you can do it, do it. We're empty nesters. We don't have no little kids. We could just get up and go. But it's always good to plan ahead. Dot your I's and cross your T's. So we're gonna try to do a little bit better with that. But it's been fun. I missed y'all last week. I hope y'all missed me because I did miss y'all. But I needed to get on the beach. In Florida, right, while we was out there, they had this Jeep convention where it was just like the whole beach was just filled with all the Jeep trucks. So I didn't know that they had a Jeep club, Club Jeep or something like that. And I guess the logo or the little symbol for the Jeep Club is these what do they call it? The Tweety Bird things that you put in the bathtub. Because we were seeing a lot of people riding around with all of these birds tied up to their truck, and we're like, look at these weirdos. But I guess that's the thing, because when we got on the beach, that's all you see was these big Tweety birds on their trucks. Somebody had this life-size Tweety bird on the top of their truck, and then they had lights tied to them. They were just all strung around the truck, and it was actually kind of cool when you see all of the people coming together in this club. People will follow anything, but I guess it's like their own little organization with the Jeep Club. um so I don't know. Maybe if we move to Florida, maybe I'll get me a Jeep. I'm still looking to get this Tesla, but um it was kind of fun. Like everybody coming together, on one accord, and they all on the beach with they Jeeps and talking and drinking. It's almost like the Masons or something. I kind of got that little feel, because everybody just was just seemed like they was just having a lot of fun. We was the only ones out there with a pickup truck, because we had rented a pickup truck while we was out there. Uh, I think it was a Ram truck or whatever, but it was a lot of fun. So it was good seeing you guys again this week. I can't wait until next week. So stay tuned for next week, because I'll have some more of what happened to me this week. Some drama, some tea. Tell y'all, what happened with us with these appointments, and I'll update you guys on my heart situation. Hopefully, I get some good news. I know I really haven't been feeling my best, but hopefully it's just attributed to what's going on with the grief of my mom, and just other stuff, and not attributed to my heart per se. So like I said, I love you guys. Continue to encourage us. We want to continue to encourage you guys, and I will update you guys next week on everything. Stay encouraged. Remember to love, to live, and to laugh. And also, if you have something that happened to you that you want to share with me, let me know. Drop it in my DMs, and I'll talk about it. Okay? Peace.